Hello and welcome back to Lake House. This is our second expansion to the Alan Wake 2 story. Here, Agent Estevez of the FBC arrives to the Lake House, a research installation on the Cauldron Lake. And some crap is going on around here. We do not see any living, breathing, conscious human being working in here. Instead, what we see is a lot of creepy rooms. This one is filled with typewriters, automated ones, that are trying to imitate Alan's writing style. And we're still looking for the heads of research, Dr. Mormon and Dr. Mormon, Jules and Diane. Didn't find them yet, but we find a token painting and paintings that produce very aggressive, invulnerable creatures. So that was sort of fun, and I see more streaks of paint, which makes me anxious. It looks like a hand. Like this is the thumb. Well, at least we found some bodies.
Shit.
Our shotgun is also nice.
I can never say no to extra firepower.
And an extra space in the backpack. It is super nice. I don't see the type of wound that they had. It's very difficult to figure out how they died. Please wait here.
Huh. Back where I started. Spatial recurrence. Usually observes the law of 3.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The
yeah, this is still
loop
about the Bookers, but this recording has changed. But then I would not expect anything over here to change.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funded.
Yeah, these I've already read, so it's only the recording that changed. It is very comforting that Kiran knows that going in a loop is a kind of normal.
Shadow is here. Good thing I brought a flashlight. Some
Oh,
staff
I'm out
down
of
there had been
bullets.
corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
I'm pretty much out of bullets. I have a single shell available. That's it. For a moment I thought it's empty. I need to find more of these. Well, at the very least I have some flares. Flares are good. What the heck are those sounds? That should be our second one.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean? This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction. I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand. I keep coming back to this.
I think this is all just a terrible idea. You are really poking the bear. So,
What is that?
is this some sort of a painting out there? Yeah, there is a painting in a cell. No, just painting in the end of the hallway. Oh. Wait. What?
Ugh, locked. Maybe there's another way in.
Oh, I should be able to open this one. And we do have a power core over here. What happens if I pull this switch?
Huh. Controllable shifting phenomena.
Yeah, I can move the power core over here, right? And then perhaps I can power this one. I am very curious how power cores actually operate. How are they made? Is it just some giant battery, or they used some of their findings to construct the power cores? What does that one say over there? Wait a second. No, just broken. Okay. No secret of the universe, unfortunately. That's okay. Oh. Huh. Right. At least there are no spooky sounds so far. Okay, that's the token painting I talked about.
You again. What happened to you? Did the people here do this to you? You said marmots before. Do they do this? Where are they now? Tell me where they are. Christ. It's fixated on the marmots. What did they do?
I don't like this leaking painting. A man in the white coat. Why does man in a singular? Was it in a singular or was it in plural? Okay, that's where I already am, right? Well, I guess we are going to -2. I don't think I can go.
Access denied. Access denied.
Pain elevators. Okay.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong.
She has paint on your on
More
her
wrong than
coat
usual.
now. Is this a source of concern for me? That was a long elevator ride.
Sublevel 2.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm. Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Holding an observation. Hey! That's a dude. But it's a taken dude. Oh, there are a lot of taken here. And of course you are locked.
Won't open while the floor's on lockdown.
And when we lift the lockdown, what will happen? All of these guys go out. Cool.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
That's Ed! Ed Booker.
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kiran Estevez. I'm with the government and I need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right.
Yeah,
It's a
that's part
government
of him.
facility studying the power of creativity. That makes way more sense.
Oh, damn it.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, you know, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something.
Oh,
I
crap.
kind of forget the premise. But, you know, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
Uh-huh, got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. And can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
He positively pisses me off. I mean, it's all understandable, of course, but also what the heck.
Represent capitalism, which means the flashlight is the power of the artist. Sheer creativity through the shadowy cloak of corporate cookie-cutter bullshit. Kill metaphor.
Initial review regarding Booker's writing. The first piece of content produced by the subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar in content to the wake pages we provided as a reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? The lake house, the shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. Sorry. We need to progress now. And why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Yeah, this is the page from the Booker assignment. Yeah, and it's the project ARB something. Continue the story from page Alan Wake 2, match the tone, style, and content as closely as possible. The crack was an emotional one, a line right through their marriage, their foundation, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules's mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage's window. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain-heavy clouds hung low, weighed down with the burden of purpose. Diana sat in her favorite deck chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her aching hair. As if sensing his gaze, she turned her head. Jules looked around, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving. And he kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did we get here? They had been at the lab running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them space to reconnect, to mend the crack. But he couldn't remember even leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. The sort of thing you only noticed if you were looking for it. He felt like he had seen something like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cry snapped Jules back into the present. She was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door, to his wife. This does not feel like anything even remotely like Ellen. No, don't do this to me, man. That is just painful. Okay, by the variety of seasonal pies. Okay. Missing black rock. Okay, wait. Oh, they are not sorted. Oh, that is horrible. Jules just sent out a memo asking us to spy on his wife's project. Remember when we just made fun of his stupid project names and science factoids? Simpler times. He really did that? Diana is gonna slit his throat if she finds out. Haha. Those two are such a hot mess. I got drinks with Perry last night and he told me Jules is withholding wake pages from Diana's team. He told her they went missing. Crazy stuff. Paula mentioned you two were thinking about asking for a transfer. You'd really leave me here all alone? You can have we can have weekly gossip calls. Promise. And by the way, a plate with possibly a pie. I just also verified that my neighbor is drilling the walls. So far it's not that bad, but hopefully it's not in the recording. I don't think so. Retrieval order. Acquisition team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Arbiters at the Lake House facility. Prioritize outcomes as ordered below. Both subjects brought to the lake house for study. Tamita Booker, her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven cases. Edward Booker, less successful than Tamita, but theater is more widely recognized as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. Kidnapping people. In the name of science, of course. Subject's writing must feature darkness, water, Mormons, the lake house conflict. Did anyone explain this to him? But if this dude in this cell, Tabitha should be in another one. Tamitha, what's her
I wonder
name?
what happened here.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules had to go faster. He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
This is an enormously wrong mindset to do any sort of research. This should be unacceptable. Let's see. Project Ramenus, subject condition report. Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in over the past several months. Initially, this presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude toward art has also undergone a change recently. He is disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it is completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether the sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing, or source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. The subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Action to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of be introduced to the subject's food to cure his. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low doses of will be introduced in order to improve his compliance.
I can't paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty.
Rudolph, no. You love to paint. And you are such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump.
No. I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave.
Ah, Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor? I can arrange that.
No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint.
Ah, this is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Hearing this just makes me plain angry. Like, this is not a doctor, this is clearly a torturer. That a single mention of a doctor, a person who is supposed to help you, and like when you are feeling bad, doctors are people that are supposed to help you get out of like this physical challenges that you are facing, and instead the doctor is a sign of something that you fear. It's wrong. It should not be like this. Whoever made the situation appear is a horrible person. These people should not be allowed to work like that. I understand that like scientific project and everything, but there should be boundaries, there should be constraints. Yeah, this is very upsetting.
Well, there's the elevator. How do I get in?
Smiley post-it note. Okay. Even more taken. Yeah, I get it. Office Project Arbutus, Office Project Raminus. Okay, hello. That is a lot of shadows to take care of. Pistachios. Small coffee corner. Empty microwaves. Yeah, I don't see much specific on this board. Okay, we have a shelter. Shelter is always nice. Don't get me started even on the bullshit like you told me I could leave. Oh, but you volunteered. This is just exploiting a person who was likely unwell if he was in Hartman's clinic. Not like Hartman is a person whom you can completely trust. Not by a single bit. He was also notorious for doing like completely horrendous stuff. Office 2.4. Well, at least my handgun ammunition has been replenished. Okay, my apologies, but I might need this.
Card. Sorry, but I need this.
There is a dude right over there who just casually walked around.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Way too much. From painting session on, 3-42. Black circular shape among yellow lines. An uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow/brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and/or bleed into the black circle. 1-169, lone tree at night, and dark green tree standing in a dark landscape, presumably night. 1-170, empty road in forest, a dark gray streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. The gray streak is likely to be a road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces in line with the perspective. Note, a small white shape in the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for this site now to attempt page retrieval. 5-24. Yellow crescent shape on black canvas. A curved yellow shape in a roughly crescent shape painted onto an otherwise empty canvas. Possibly a crescent moon or banana? Unfinished piece? 2-24, red, yellow, and green circle. 3 uneven circles, one red, one yellow, and one green, roughly arranged in a vertical line. Background is black/gray with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly a traffic light. 1-171, cityscape with blue-gray sky. Gray vertical shapes, likely the skyline of a city, in the bottom third of the canvas with a vivid blue-gray sky. Geometric shapes painted in thin white lines can barely be made out among the colors of the sky. 3-44, black void. A deep black void covering the entire canvas, with a few small specks of dark or light gray able to be seen on close inspection. 3-45, large variety of black spirals. A large number of rough spirals painted in black ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a basketball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it is blank aside from the spirals. 2-25, brown shape with horns. A brown shape vaguely triangular with what are presumably horns extending from the shape, likely an animal head, possibly a deer or elk. Black background. And no identification about the password. But the blood trail suggests that we probably should have a look in this office. Dude, not nice. I only have trauma pads. Yeah, I do not have any. Okay. I should switch to the shotgun. I have for now plenty of ammunition for it. Update the computer password reset policy. All computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We're aware this may be an inconvenient change and lead to difficulty remembering your password. We recommend using a permanent OK. September 2023. I made that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forgot was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office. Can't have the bosses see us living together now that these hypocrites have banned inter-office relationship. Have a good day. So that was written on 14th of September, a week from this Friday. 14th September is Thursday. This Friday would be 15, a week from this Friday. 22. So 9/22, now the year. When was your anniversary? One year maybe? Oh, it's... This one is open, okay. Okay, these are at least sorted. Okay. I just found out what happened to Tricia. Jules fired her. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all-hands meeting. She had valid concerns. That man is a tyrant. Speaking up about safety is no reason to fire someone. Can you believe this new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? We're a fenced-off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the security terminal's new password like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the base numbers, then black void. Black void. Interesting. Yeah, the moms are losing a big surprise. I bet Diana set Jules's background to a big old turd or something, once again making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. The password you sent didn't work. Black void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings. Oh, I need to get in, or this is gonna be a total waste of Wednesday. 44 is right, yes, so I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown shape with horns. I maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Brown shape with horns. So 922 and then brown shape with horns. But one of them is C. Oh my god. I'm with Diane on this. Nine 22 25.
And there. Without HQ, more situations like this are gonna fall through the cracks. I'm glad someone here stood up to him.
Hello, Mr. Kingston. I'm writing because I have serious concerns about safety protocols being disregarded across the facility. I have collected a list of violations that I've personally observed. I can send this to you. My opinion on the matter is that both Dr. and Dr. Beaumont are driving this facility's staff into progressively more reckless behavior. Hello, Ms. Howard. Thank you for sharing your opinion. All facility operations and safety measures are under the purview of the heads of research. If you have a complaint, please file it directly to them or contact the Bureau's acting management team in Dallas. Mr. Kingston, I thought we reported to the acting management team in Kansas. I have reached out to them about this issue multiple times and gotten no response. Even if they did respond, we all know they don't have the staff to investigate every internal issue after the oldest house went into lockdown. I believe the Mormons are knowingly using this state of chaos to their advantage. Our treatment of research subjects is in clear violation of the Ash Act. These are punishable offenses. If you do not open an internal investigation, then I will resign. Okay.
Lockdown lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
Estevez, come in.
Oh.
Facility. Sublevel 1. You copy?
No. Turn back. Area is extremely hostile. Fucking radios. They're on floor 1. I'll need help.
How are you not stopped by a shotgun? This is stressful. I forgot that the shields regenerate. That's one thing. Second, I'm very much appalled that they are not stopped by a shotgun blast from point blank range. This this just does not make any sense. Oh, Lord Almighty. Okay, that was. I am trying to switch weapons to preserve ammunition, but I think the working strategy is 2 shotgun blasts and then try to finish it off with the handgun. But in any case, they take an insane amount of ammunition to be brought down. Seek shelter. Wouldn't that be nice? Why did you cover the painting? There are a lot of like paintings and frames that are turned away from the room. Interesting. Empty containers can just... well, they suck.
I had a thought today. A possible avenue for further research. When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing. This could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a, how you say, blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not all art is like this. Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine. In our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting. Most likely, she already has an answer. That's why I love her.
Was that recorded before they really fell out, before they had different directions in the research? Or is there some not very much hidden sarcasm that I fail to see? Hello! Situation is very hairy. I am out of batteries. I need to locate several of these guys.
That glass is thick.
Okay, that warrants another save. Because I'm out of my healing items as well. Ho ho. I said to seek shelter, and that I did. I really hope that Retrieval does not repopulate these guys. Nope, this dude is completely chill. We can all envy this guy. Oh, it's number 3. Elevator moved, but I should be able to access these two, right? And then go over there. Okay. There used to be a guy. Oh, not anymore, I guess. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Got some batteries, some handgun ammunition. That is good. Dangers of doodling. Threshold activity. Readings collected over the last 48 hours show a rising increase in activity stemming from the Cauldron Lake threshold, likely indicating an imminent AWE scenario. The highest recorded reading exceeded the safety limit, necessitating a general alert and requesting assistance from the assigned AWE response team. However, no alert or contact with external teams has been made per the recent amendments to this procedure. As specified, the monitoring team will take no action until sign-off from either Dr. Mormont or Dr. Mormont has been received. Considering the rate of escalation that recent data indicates, the monitoring team strongly recommends that the AWE response team be contacted immediately. Signed, Harris Cross, lead threshold analyst. Cool, so they have documents that say, guys, if this parameter goes over here, you call an additional team. What do? They just like use this paper to wipe their asses with it. Amazing. Wonderful. What can just possibly, theoretically, go wrong? ATD, Research and Development. Oh, those are pies and some donuts. Some balloons as well. Somebody has been having some sort of a party over here, I presume. As you may know, a valued member of our team was recently reassigned off to Project Arbutus. Carl Livingston's designs and engineering expertise were a key part of the creation of the ATDs. Their contributions to the project cannot be overstated. The project team should rest assured that their reassignment was an error that should be corrected soon. Our project director, Dr. Diana Marmon, would like to remind all team members that any directives or assignments from Dr. Jules Marmon have no bearing on Arbutus staff and should be ignored. Thank you for your attention. Yeah, this rivalry, I mean, they should be ashamed of that. Painting review and storage. 3 shells and almost an entire clip of handgun ammunition. Wonderful, just wonderful. And yes, I was expecting this son of a gun to jump on me, which is why I thankfully did not lose any health, because I do not have any health items anymore. I do not feel not comfortable about that. In 2010, Wayne was inadvertently involved in AWE-35 while residing at the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman. Wayne was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by FBC staff. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Wayne moved to Watery, where he currently resides. Recent surveillance confirms he has no known personal relationships or affiliation with paranatural groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Wayne continues to paint as of the date of this report. Now it is curious to go back to the first Alan Wake and see if Wayne was actually there, if you could find him. I remember some dude was painting on the deck of the lodge, but I wonder if he introduces himself.
My team was on sublevel 1. I knew they were in danger.
This is a painting production. I mean, there is the gun that we are very much interested in grabbing. There is the door that we can open with the security clearance too, so we are absolutely going to sublevel 1.
The Marmonts turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority. They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods? No. Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
I think those are the painting creatures.
Sublevel 1.
Who are you?
You fucking bastard! Jules Marmont killed my team. He was taken by the shadow. I'm sorry. I should get that gun while I'm up here.
But I believe over here we will bring this episode to a close. We are making steady progress, and there is still a lot of ground to cover. This episode made me angry. Then my attention switched to challenging combat and the drain on my resources. I don't like how thin this situation feel in terms that I was out of spare batteries. Yes, I still have some flashbangs. I still have a few flares, but you can run out of these things as well. So yeah, that's just very spooky. That you may be without any tool to combat the hostile environment that you're facing. That's really not cool. Yeah, I told you how angry I felt about the whole situation with Mr. Lane. It's outright inhumane. It's that is a reason enough for, I mean, let's be honest, both heads of research to be incarcerated because they are the high management. There is no way one person was not aware of actions of another one. Maybe not entirely, yes, but like in any case, you're bearing the title of the head of research. So please be responsible, bear this responsibility. But anyway, that is just, yeah. Thank you for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay, and if that is the case, please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.